Drivers for you, 20 laps to decide a winner and a track champion here tonight.
Well, your track champion has already been decided just by being here tonight. Larry Ferris will win the title. Green flag in the air. Tucker Cox going to try to win the night. He may not have won the war, but the battle is still up for grabs. Cox off of 4. Ferris with a slide job right across the nose of J.C. Morton. Takes second away, and J.C. Morton saw the race slip away from him in turn 2 as Lane Ellert, Matt Becker both get around him.
How about the save by J.C. Morton, Shane, after the hard move by Ferris to take over the number 2 spot. Lane Ellert following him in third with the Rich Fountain Rocket, Matt Becker to his inside in that buckshot 00. But right now, that 72 just lucky to still be lurking around the top 5. Thought that car was going to get sideways, but it was a whale of a save by Morton. All the while, Larry Ferris now enjoying a half a second differential between he and Tucker Cox, who is trying to get the win here tonight. And Shane, we have seen Tucker Cox work his way to victory lane here last season.
Tucker Cox continues to roll out in front, timing and scoring, having a tough time keeping up with him as Larry Ferris is riding in second. The pylon has him at the top of the scoreboard, but we know the one is out in front of him right now, but that lead is starting to shrink lap by lap. Now 1.2 seconds. We always keep an eye on the leaders and up front, but deeper in the field, 2 cars getting involved in an accident. I believe one of them, the number 19 of Tom Langley, our guest from Parrish, Alabama. He's the car that's backwards right now, trying to get an eye as to who the other car is, and that's going to be Tim Petty.
And Petty was trying to avoid Langley after for people to come out here and spend their entire time, bring the RV, the camper, whatever. Of course, loads of camping spaces available here at Lucas Oil Speedway. If you haven't got some already, you might want to hurry up and get you one for that week, though.
Well, Tucker Cox had built up a 1.4 second lead. Now it is a lead of about 2 feet over Larry Ferris, who rides in second. Ferris chooses to go to the high side. Matt Becker to the inside, green in the air, and Tucker Cox gets a good hole shot off of turn number 4, gets out in front, but Larry Ferris, who's up on top, continues to rim ride. Those 2 yellow and red cars battle side by side. Ferris has the advantage.
Ferris flying around the top of the racetrack, up and into the wall, kisses it in turn number 4, and he will be slowed now alongside the 42L of Lane Ellert. So, Shane, the first car that we see try to navigate the high rent district ends up paying for it as Larry kind of flattened out the right side of the race car. He goes up in the same spot, but just a tick lower that time, gets around clean off of the top of turn number 4.
Well, let's just make it extremely clear. With a 93-point advantage for everybody out here.
Did he even have to start? Was it just
he had to show up? He had to show up to at least get 45 points. And that would have been enough to have sealed the deal for him. But for everybody out here, for the most part, it's checkers or wreckers. There's no point racing tonight. There's no gotta finish in front of somebody else. There's no gotta get one more spot. It's all about who's able to park it in victory lane. And right now, with the bobble that Larry Ferris had, Tucker Cox is in command by almost a full second over Matt Becker. Ferris now able to get around Brian Allison to the high side. Joe Diffie-Walkenhorst would be the next to go into the grasps of Larry Ferris, who's up to 4th as they approach lap traffic. And Bob Cummings, please, Bob, just stay to the high side. Don't come down in the middle of the track. Stay up there. There you go. Good job, young man. As I use that term loosely, one of the oldest drivers and seasoned veterans on the track is Bob Cummings.
And Ferris goes right behind him and then floors it to the inside of the Bob's Auto Shack number 6 out of Sedalia. Ferris content to fly around the top. Will there be a lane there for him, though? Walkenhorst pinches up there. Not even sure if he knew that the Fast 51 was there, but Ferris hooked up and flying still Shane, some of the best lap times have been turned in by Larry Ferris. He was just about 2/100ths of a second away from turning a 16-second lap just 2 laps ago.
But you think back to whenever he was running in second, he was hard charging and catching up with Tucker Cox.
Yes.
You wonder if that graze of the wall over in turn 4 has upset the balance of the car, because now that he's been back to 5th, those lap times have not been consistent. He has not been able to work his way back up through the field. So luckily for him coming in, he had the point advantage that he did. If it was a tight battle to begin with, he may be hurting right now.
Tucker Cox, Shane, all alone, no lap traffic to speak of. The previous lap turned in the first sub-17-second lap we've seen from the late models, a 16.9, and his lead is 3.5 seconds, and it is going to be over as the 1A of Brian Allison is pointed toward the infield, and the Boone's Barbecue Barn caution will play the parade lap winner we can start giving out.
Well, so far the lap leader has been Tucker Cox.
Yes.
From lap 1 through lap 14, he has been out in front. Matt Becker will choose to go to the inside. That puts Joe Walkenhorst to the outside. They accordion through the field deeper on, but they all get lined out just in time as the green flag flies again. Punch down on the loud pedal, and Tucker Cox by 4 car lengths goes barreling into 1. Cox, then Becker, then Walkenhorst. Now J.C. Morton, who dodged the bullet earlier on, staying out of Larry Ferris's way, gets that spot back. Moved J.C. up to 4th, put Larry back to 5th, but they battle back out on the outside. Door handle to door handle. Ferris climbs the ladder again, goes way up top, see if he can get a run off of turn 4. Not going to be able to make, he will make that pass. He gets around J.C.
Yep, Joe Walkenhorst a tick slower around the bottom of the racetrack. Nowhere for J.C. Morton to go. Walkenhorst gets up on the track, but Ferris avoids the contact, flings dirt up in the middle of turn number 4, and Ferris continues to march forward, now putting the 90 behind him. Larry Ferris now scored in 3rd.
So Larry Ferris, who started in 3rd, that's where he's at right now. He gets around Joe Walkenhorst. And now those 2 yellow and red cars, as we see the 2 to go sign from Mike Striegel up top. 2 more circuits around for Tucker Cox.
Jake Morris, Shane, retires early to the infield, but not so close to the track that we can't stay green flag here for the final run.
One more time around for the pilot of the number 1 out of Jefferson City, Missouri. He won 2 years ago, did not win last year. This year, 4 third-place finishes. He won't best that 3rd by 1 spot. He'll go all the way to the top spot. Tucker Cox wins on championship night, and Larry Ferris will take home the title. As he does across the line, he gets into Bob Cummings. Cummings then comes down on Joe Walkenhorst. Heavy damage on the right side of Joe Diffie's car after the 3 cars get involved right underneath Mike Striegel. Larry Ferris involved in that, your champion here at Lucas Oil Speedway, but Tucker Cox, the 1T out of Jefferson City, he was 2nd in points coming in.